Hello everyone. The questions is this is the questions of JEE Advanced 2021 for paper 2. The questions will be for the optics. The question says that this is the optics. You can say this is the questions of ray optics. This is the good questions of JEE Advanced 2021 shift paper 2. The question says that for a prism angle theta equals to 60 degree. Let us suppose this is the prism angle. The prism angle is this. Let prism angle is this. This is the prism and this is the prism angle. Let us suppose this at this surface the ray will be incident is this, then and after refraction the ray will be the goes is this surface, then that angle are known as the prism angle. This prism angle equals to, let us suppose this is the A, or we can say this is the theta. A equal to the prism angle A, or we can say theta. Here theta is the given, then let us suppose this is the theta equal to 60 degree. Prism angle equal to 60 degree. The refractive indices of the left half, and the right half are the respectively n1 and n2. This is the prism angle, and left half means this is the left half portion. Let us suppose this is the n1 refractive indices and this is the n2 refractive indices. Because given left half and right half respectively, are n1 and n2, means refractive index of left half equals to n1 and refractive index of right half equals to n2. Refractive, this is the prism, this is the left half portion, this is the right half portion, then refractive index of left half portion is n1 and refractive index of right half portion is n2, and condition is given n2 is greater than or equal to n1. Condition is given n2 is greater than or equal to n1, means the value of n1 is either greater than or equal to n1. Okay, as shown in figure is this. The angle of incident I, the angle of incident is I. This is the angle of incident. If we draw the angle of incident, then at any surface, if we want the angle of incident, then draw the perpendicular at that surface, or we can say draw the normal at that point. If angle of incident at that point on this surface, then draw the normal at that point. And the angle of incident ray and normal is equal to angle of incident. The incident ray and normal, the angle between incident ray and normal are known as the angle of incident. This is the angle of incident. And another is given, the incident ray light will be the minimum. The incident ray light will be the minimum deviation. This is the minimum deviation, means the question says that such that incident light ray will be the minimum deviations. After some time I will tell you about the minimum deviation, what will be the, and this is the n1 equal to n2 equal to n equal to 1.5, means n1 equal to n2 equal to n equal to 1.5 is this given. Then incident ray will be the minimum deviation if n1 equal to n2 equal to 1.5. This is the normal conditions, n2 is greater than or equal to n1. So this is the particular condition. The condition will be the incident ray will be the minimum deviation, implies that you can say n1 equal to n2 equal to 1.5, means this is the n1 equal to 1.5 and n2 also n2 equal to 1.5. Left half refractive index is the n1, right half refractive index is the n2, and this is the condition for the incident ray will be the minimum deviation. Minimum deviation is what? Let us suppose this is the prism. If incident ray at this point then this is the prism angle is the A, let us suppose, and draw the normal at that point. This is the angle I, and after refractions, then that ray will be the goes is this side, and after refraction that ray will be the emergence at that point. This is the prism. If any incident ray will the draw on that surface, let us suppose this is the A point, B and C point. If incident ray will be this, and that incident ray drop on the surface is the AB. At that point, let us suppose this is the P point, this is the Q point. Implies that we can say, then after refraction at P point, then that ray will be the parallel to the baseline. That ray will be parallel to the baseline. This is the condition of minimum deviations. And also, if we draw the angle of incident and angle of refraction at Q point, then draw the normal at Q point. Then this is the normal. This is the N1 normal, this is the N2 normal, this is the normal at Q point, this is the normal at P point, and implies that this is the angle of refraction at P, and this is the angle of incident at point Q, and this is the E. E is the angle of emergence. E is the angle of emergence. This is the R1, this is the E. E is the angle of emergence, and that is the angle of incident. This is the angle of refraction at P point. This is the angle of incident at Q point. Okay, this is the angle of emergence. This is the angle of refraction also, you can say, at Q point. If we take total prism, then angle of E is the angle of emergence. Okay, then we know that R1 plus R2 equal to A. Also, n equal to sine of A plus delta divided by 2 divided by sine of A by 2. Implies that finally we can say for minimum deviation, then what will be the condition of minimum deviation? Then that will be the R1 equal to R2 equal to A by 2. This is the condition of minimum deviations. Okay, and also you can say this is the minimum deviation, and refractive index of n equal to sine of A plus delta m divided by sine of A by 2. Delta m is the minimum deviation, A is the angle of prism, and in the refractive index of that point, that prism. So you can say for minimum deviations, what will be the condition of minimum deviations? R1 equal to R2 equal to A by 2, and that interior ray will be always parallel to the baseline. For minimum deviation, that ray will be parallel to the that line, and R1 equal to R2 equal to A by 2. Okay, and refractive index of a prism n equal to sine of A plus delta m divided by sine of A by 2. Okay, then look here at that first conditions at that point. Then for the minimum deviations, then that ray will be the parallel to the baseline. The baseline is this given. This is the parallel to the baseline, and that ray will be the emergence. This is the emergence. This is the emergence. Okay, this is the emergence, and draw the normal at this point. This is the P point, let us suppose. This is the Q point. This is the normal N. This is the normal N1. This is the normal आपका N2. This is the normal N1. This is the normal N2. Okay, this is the normal N1 at point, and this is the normal N2 at Q point. Also you can say this is the, let us suppose, R1, and this is the R2. For minimum deviation, that ray will be parallel to the baseline. That ray will be parallel to the baseline. Okay, apply the Snell's law at P point. Apply the Snell's law at P point. Then what will be conditions for the Snell's law? The Snell's law will be the N1 sin I equals to N2 sin of R. The Snell's law condition will be the N1 sin I equal to N2 sin R. N1 sin I equal to N2 into sin of R. N1 is what? N1 is the refractive index of that, and N2 is what? N2 is the refractive index of that portion. And this is the, apply the Snell's law at P point. Then N1 is the air. This is the air. This is the air, and this is the refractive index will be the 1.5. Also this is given the 1.5. Then this is the this whole line is the parallel to the baseline. Implies that N1 sin I equal to N2 sin of R. N1 is the refractive index of air, then what will be the refractive index of air, which will be equals to the 1. And sin I don't know about the sin of I. For the minimum deviations, this is the refractive index N2 equal to 1.5. This is the 1.5 into sin of R. Sin of R is what? Sin of R1. Because we draw the we apply the Snell's law at P point, then the angle of refraction at P point, what will be the equals to R1. R1 equal to, we know that R1 equal to R2 equal to A by 2, or we can say theta by 2, and theta is what? Theta equal to 60 degree. Then R1 equal to R2 equal to theta by 2. Theta is the 60 divided by 2 equal to 30 degree. Then that value which will be equal to 30 degree. This is the sine of a 30 degree. Sin 30 equal to 1 by 2. Sin 30 equal to 1 by 2. Then this is the 1 by 2 and this is the sine of I. And what will be happened? And this is the 1.5 divided by 2. This is the 1.5 divided by 2. This is the sine I. If we remove the point, then after removing the point, this is the point, this is the point will be the 1 digit, then into 10. Then cancellation the 15 and 10, when what will be happen? Then 5 3 ja 15 and 5 2 ja 10. Then that will be the 5 3 ja 15 and 5 2 ja 10. Then this is the 4. Then that value which will be equal to 4. Then that value equal to sine of 3 by 4. Sine I equal to 3 by 4. Okay. We know for the minimum deviations, then sine angle I equal to sine inverse of 3 by 4. Okay. For the minimum deviations known about the angle of incident for which equal to sine inverse of 3 by 4, or we can say sine I equal to 3 by 4. So this is the sine I, and we have to require the conditions. Sine I equal to 3 by 4. This is the known point. By the help of Snell's law, I know about the sine of I. Sine I equal to 3 by 4. Sine I equal to 3 by 4. Okay. Also, for the case of unequal refractive index, also known as the case of unequal refractive indexes, N1 equal to N and N2 equal to N plus delta N. The N1 equal to N and N2 equal to N plus delta of N. And where delta N equal to, delta N is less than N, implies that we can say the N is greater than delta N. Means delta N is the very less quantity compared to N. Okay. And the angle of emergence E equal to I plus delta E. The angle of emergence E equal to I plus delta E. This is the related point with respect to I. Okay, this is the related point with respect to I. Then we find out the sine I, because can be in this questions can be need the I angle. ठीक है, इस क्वेश्चन में हमें जरूरत हो सकती है, हमें क्या एंगल आई की निकालने की जरूरत, क्योंकि इसने जो एंगल ऑफ जो इमरजेंस इसने निकाला है वो क्या है, आई प्लस डेल्टा ई किया है, तो आई मालूम होना चाहिए और डेल्टा ई के अबाउट इसमें कंडीशन जो हमें दिया हुआ है डेल्टा ई और एन के अबाउट, वी हैव टू कंडीशन गिवन द डेल्टा ई एंड डेल्टा एन, implies that angle of emergence E equal to I plus delta of E. And also which of the following statement is are correct. The first statement is given the value of n in radian is greater than the delta n. In short, you can say the delta E is the greater than delta n. Okay, the first condition is this, and this is the in radian. Also delta E is proportional to the delta n. Delta E is proportional to the delta n. Next conditions. Delta E lies between 2 milliradian. Delta E is lie between the 2 milliradian and 3 milliradian, and where delta n equal to 2.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. By using the delta E, we have to find out the delta E equal to, by using the delta n, we have to find out the delta E equal to 2 milliradian up to 3 milliradian. Okay, this is the range of delta E. Implies that delta E lies between something to something, where delta n equal to that. By putting the delta n, then delta E is lie between 1 milliradian to 1.6 milliradian. Okay, then according to option, we have to find out the remaining value. Okay, so we want the relation between delta E and delta n. Okay, then we can calculate the options A, B, C and D. This is the more than one options correct. So can be 1, can be 2, can be 3, or can be all option will be the correct. Okay, then check the for second conditions for the unequal refractive indices n1 equal to n, then the value of n equal to 1.5, also n2 equal to n plus delta n, the value of n equal to 1.5. Okay, for the draw the second conditions, then second condition is what? This is the second conditions. This is the second conditions. Then that ray will be is this, and that ray approximate is this, and that ray is this. This is the angle of prism which will be equal to 60 degree. This is the baseline and this is the incident. Then draw the normal and also draw the normal. Let us suppose this is the P point, this is the Q point. Okay. Also the condition is given for the case of unequal refractive indices. The left half condition, what will be the left half conditions? This is the n1 equal to n. So n1 equal to 1.5 and this is the n2 portion. Then n2 equal to 1.5 plus delta n. 1.5 plus delta n. Delta L is the unknown quantity. Delta n is the less than n. Implies that we can say delta n, the n is the more greater than the delta n. Okay, the angle of emergence E equal to that conditions. Okay, this is the 1.5, this is the 1.5 plus delta n. Delta n is the very less quantity compared to 1.5. So you can assume that interior ray which is the parallel to the baseline. Assume that. Okay, so you can say this is the angle I. Angle I cannot be changed because this is the change is the interior refractive index. Interior refractive indices. Okay, and also you can say this is the value R1, R2 is this. This is the R1, this is the R2, and this is the angle is what? Or this is the angle is the, this is the emergence. This will be the I plus delta E. I plus delta E. Okay. So you apply the Snell's law at Q point. What will be the? You apply the Snell's law at Q point. Okay, we know that R1 equal to R2 equal to 30 degree. Okay, we know that R1 equal to R2 equal to 30 degree. Imply that we can say apply the Snell's law at Q point. This is the refractive index of that portion equal to 1.5 plus delta n. This is the R2 equal to R2 equals to 30 degree. Imply that 1.5 plus delta n into this is the sine of 30 degree, sine of R2, because R1 equal to R2 equal to 30 degree, equal to this is the I plus delta n. Then what will be the, this is the air, then refractive index of air which will be equals to 1. Then this is the sine of I plus delta E. I plus delta E. I plus delta E. This is the sine 30 degree. Sine 30 degree is what? This is the 1 by 2. 1 by 2. Then 1.5 plus delta n. Then this is the sine of I plus delta n. Okay, I plus delta n. This is the sine of I plus delta E. Okay, now try to solve a relation between delta E and delta n. Then all questions is the related between the delta E and delta n. So we are trying to relate between the delta E and delta n. Okay, I is known, sine I, delta n is the unknown. This is the correct because this is the known point. In left hand side delta n is the unknown quantity. So in right hand side this is the I is the known angle and this is the unknown delta E. So this is the, I think, correct information. But before the next step we apply the sine of A plus B. in mathematics sin of a plus b, then sin of a plus b equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So applying that point, and what will be the sin of a, sin I into, this is the cos of delta E, sin a cos b plus, and what will be the cos of I into, this is the sin of delta E, this is the sin of delta E. Okay, now we are rough in the that questions. And this point sin I, we know that sin I equal to 3 by 4. Okay, and this is the cos of I, and cos of I is what, cos I equal to root of 1 minus sin square I, sin I equal to 3 by 4, then sin I 3 by 4, 3 whole squaring equal to 9, 4 whole squaring equals to 16, then 16 minus 9, and what will be the 16 minus 9? 16 minus 9 equal to, this is the 7, then implies that root 7 divided by 4, because root of a 7 divided by root of a 16, then root 16 equal to 4, then this will be the root 7 divided by 4. And next, cos of a r is this, cos of I is this, then the multiplying of the number 1 by 2 in that point, then what will be the 1.5 divided by 2 plus, this is the delta n divided by 2 equal to, this is the sin I is what, this is the 3 by 4 plus, into, this is the cos delta E plus, this is the cos r is what, root 7 divided by 4 into sin of a delta E, this is the sin of delta E. We know that the value, the refractive indices is given, because delta is the very less quantity, you know that if theta is the very less quantity, then what will be the value of sin theta, cos theta and tan theta? If theta is the very small, implies that sin theta is belongs to theta, cos theta is belongs to 1, and tan theta is belongs to theta. Okay, but we have required the value sin theta and cos theta, because in this questions cos theta is this, sin theta is this. Okay, so we are removing the value of tan theta, implies that putting the value of cos of a delta I. So theta is the very less quantity, or we can say this is the, if this is the delta E, we know that delta is the very less quantity, very small quantity, this is the delta E and this is the delta E. Then in place of a delta E, putting the value of in place of a delta E equal to 1, then what will be happened, 3 by 4 into delta E is the 1 plus root 7 divided by 4 into sin of a delta E, sin delta E equal to delta E, this is the value is the delta E, and this is the 1.5 divided by 2 plus delta n divided by 2. Then solve that point, and dividing the value of 2, multiplying of the number 2 in left hand side and right hand side, then what will be happened, this is the divided by 2 and this is the 2 and this is the 2. Okay, so 3 by 2 into 1, and what will be the, this is the 3 by 2. Okay, and this is the 1.5 is the what, divided by 2. Okay, so dividing the number of 5 in numerator and denominator, this is the 3, this is the 2, so 3 by 2 is the cancel out, implies that we get the relation. What will be the relations, this is the root 7 divided by 2 into delta E. Okay, root 7 divided by 2 into delta D. And also we know that root 7 is what, root 7 is the 2.7, root 7 is the 2.7. because we are relate value between the delta E and delta N. Okay, this is the final delta relation between delta E and delta N, because all questions is the relation between the delta E and delta N. Okay, so I try the according to the conditions. The questions A is what? Delta E is greater than delta N. Okay, look here carefully. Delta E is greater than delta N. Delta E is greater than delta N. Then try to solve A options. Delta N, or we can say delta E. Delta E is what? This is the shifting in the 2 in the left hand side. This is the 2 divided by root of a 7 into this is the delta N. Delta E is greater than delta N. Okay. Root 7. Root 7 is what? This is the 2.7 into this is the delta N. This is the delta N. 2 divided by 2.7 is what? Greater than 1 or less than 1 or equal to 1, because numerator is less than compared to denominator, less than compared to denominator, so we can say the whole value will be the less than 1. Okay, the whole value is the less than 1. This is the less than 1 into delta N. Also delta is this, imply that we can say delta E is less than is the delta N. Okay, so this is the correct information. But in questions A, option A, delta E is greater than delta N. Delta E is greater than delta N. So this option is the incorrect options. Okay, if reverse is given is less than that quantity, then A option will be correct. But in questions A, delta E is greater than delta N. Now try to solve the option B. Okay, so A option is the incorrect option. Remove in this point. Delta E is proportional to the delta N. Delta E is proportional to the delta N. So delta E equal to 2 divided by root of 7 into delta N. Also you can say delta E is proportional to the delta N. In this questions, no problem. So implies that B is the correct options. Okay. And also is the try for the B point, C point. C point is the delta E is lie between is this point. Okay. Then try to solve with this point, delta E. Delta E equal to 2 divided by root 7 into delta N into delta N. Delta E equal to 2 divided by root 7 into delta N. 2 divided by root 7 into delta N. Okay. Delta E equal to that point, but look carefully at C options. Delta E is lie between 2 milliradian to the 3 milliradian if delta N is equal to 2.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. Putting the value of delta N. Okay. Putting the value of delta N. Okay. Putting the value of delta N, then what will be the happened at that point? Putting the value of delta N, then what will be the equal to? Then 2 divided by root 7. Root 7 is the 2.7 into delta E. Delta E equal to 2.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. So try to solve with this point, and what will be happen? 2.8 into 2. This is the 4. This is the 8 to the 16. 8 to the 16. This is the 2 to the 4. 5 divided by 2.7 into 10 raised to minus 3. This is the delta E. This is the delta E. Removing the point, because this point is the same decimal point, so implies that dividing the 27 in 20 and 56, then this is the left, let us suppose 27 into 2. What will be happen? Approximate 7 to the 14, 2 to the 4, 5. Imply this is the approximate value 2, greater than 2, not a 2, because 27 into 2 equal to 54, but this value is the 56. Implies that this is the slightly greater than 2, slightly greater than 2 into slightly greater than 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, 2 into 10 raised to 3 minus 3. This is the greater than 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. If minus 3 will be removed, then greater than 2 milliradian. Okay, so this is the greater than the 2 milliradian, because this is the minus 3, 10 raised to minus 3, the removing point, because in this questions this is the 2 milliradian and 3 milliradian. Okay, so delta is lie between 2 milliradian to the 3 milliradian. So because this is the greater than 2 and this is the ranging lie between 2 milliradian to the 3 milliradian, so C is the correct options. Okay, then this is the 2.8 into, that point is not correct, because in this, in D options 1 to 1.6. okay, so this is the greater than 2 implies that D is the incorrect options. So in this questions, option B and C is the correct option. This questions is the advanced 2021 paper 2. Okay, thank you.